Alright, and we are live. Now to go promote the crap out of this. Post it everywhere. Hearing the audio back, and I love that you can hear my keyboard. It's not loud in any capacity. Just gotta make sure everything links to the correct place. Alright, let's see here. Where else does this go? I haven't actually seen the launch trailer yet. I saw like the very beginning of it, but I've heard that it is apparently amazing. Iga's been having some fun with it. I liked the way that they announced just the change in graphic style. They had him throw the wine glass. He's been handling it all pretty well. Alrighto. The thing is posted everywhere that I reasonably want to post it. I don't expect to get a lot of people watching because teeny channel. Mostly just kind of doing this because I feel like it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe people show up. And I don't know how long I'm going to go for. Probably about at least an hour or so. Castles and Vanias are back to business. You know it. Now, this is a thing that I probably should have thought about beforehand. But as far as like this actual stream goes, should I? Because I have a couple of hours put into the game already. Should I just continue from there? Or start a new file completely and go through the beginning of the game, since it is the launch day. I don't care either way. One new file. I guess I'll do a new file. That way maybe I can, if I decide to do other like Bloodstained streams, then this will be like the stream file. Keep the names the same. And play it on normal. And just ahead of time, when I was testing this, some of the sounds were playing back through my mic. They were picking up from my TV because my desk is very small and my mic is really close to it. So if that happens, I apologize, tell me, and I'll turn the in-game audio down. Like, within the game itself. And if I need to do any, like, audio adjustments as far as, like, game volume compared to my voice or my voice compared to the game, then, again, tell me. Because I messed with it and it seemed fine last night, but you never know when it comes to, like, how ears better than mine work.
Just as the fires of the Lucky eruption plunged all of Europe into ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. Whose message? The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders.
Yeah, opening exposition, the most exciting part of the stream.
They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so, threw the gates of the world open to the demon. Countless innocents died.
There is a narration. I'll turn the game audio up a little bit.
Pushing the hell's end. A steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jeeble, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who spared the rite altogether on account
If that's good, then
that took her
well, hopefully that's good anyway. I'll probably have to turn it down when it gets to the actual like gameplay because that is a good bit louder than this narration. We'll see.
Against tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jeeble is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist
And title drop.
set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Yeah, they said the thing. I'm waiting for some kind of callback to in the dialogue to like Symphony of the Night or something. I don't wholly expect it to happen, but I think it would be great.
Certain
It was Jeeble's doing, Miriam.
Now, if there's one like complaint that I have, as much as I will say that they definitely improved the visual style from the beta,
I wouldn't even be
the mouth movements are still kind of and Johannes's model looks odd for some reason. Something about like this particular like detailing kind of on the side of his face, it looks kind of dirty for some reason. And nobody else really looks like that, just for some reason, it's specifically him.
Best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeeble is responsible for this summoning, then I have to stop.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one.
I have to
who
keep
cares.
the stream audio on in the background so I can actually hear
Prepare me for combat. Let
the
them
audio and
amount
the
to
dialogue and
something.
everything.
10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
Because as far as I know, or at least as far as I could figure out, OBS didn't have an option for me to hear it just through that, and if that was the case, then I would be using that. Because that way I wouldn't have to keep hearing myself, which is extremely weird.
Exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time.
I always go the wrong way for the chest. I say always, but I've done it twice, I think. Alright. And then it gives you this, like, direct kind of force tutorial where it does the hit this and then hit this. But it's the only time it does it. None of the other parts of the game do that.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
At least, so far,
I'll
anyway.
take care of it.
Yeah, they just do these little pop-ups. That tell you the things without shoving it right in your face and going, press the X button or open the menu. I think they actually do it for the map, but I don't remember.
Is that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in the strength you gain from it.
I think it's about at this point that I have to actually keep the stream muted. So if the actual, when we get into the actual like meat of the gameplay, if the game audio is too loud, let me know, because I feel like I'm gonna have to lower that.
I know my body's limits better than anyone. And I'm going to need all the power I can get. And if I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Just promise you won't put...
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
Yeah, he's getting straight into stuff. Yeah, the running animation, it's good. The animations are super smooth, which is a thing that stayed pretty consistent across Igavania games. My favorite little tidbit about like Symphony of the Night development was that they got essentially Iga got real upset that people backdashed all over the place because you don't see the running animation, the walking animation that the animators put all this time into. Because it is a really good animation, but a lot of people just do the back step all over everything because it's faster. Alright, now let's just explore the boat. As far as I remember, you can explore, I think, a good portion, if not pretty much all of the boat, right away. Well, I feel like just because of the type of game this is, there are probably some stuff that can't get right now. Even though it is the first area. You can, thankfully, come back. When I played the beta, I was worried about that they wouldn't let you come back here, so I went and looked for absolutely everything to try and make sure I got everything in here, because I didn't think I'd be able to come back. And if one of those, if I can get one of the squid enemies to show up again suddenly, there's a fun little thing you can do with enemies that are on different planes. It's not like I wouldn't even really call it a bug. I think it's just a weird quirk in how the game is programmed. So let's reset these guys. Hold on. Alright, where do you spawn? Right here, can I... Yeah, see, he was still kind of on the plane in front of me, but you can hit him. I don't know if that will ever get patched or if it's even worth patching, but as it is, I think that's really funny that you can do that. Right, I did this already. Hold on, what does that ring do for me? Oh, a defense and constitution boost. Cool. All the equipment you can. Tunic, is that better than the country dress? No, it is not. What is this way? Ah, save room. I love the way the save rooms look in this game. This is going to be like a weird thing to mention, but save rooms in Iga Castlevania games always are really cool, and this game really just continues that. Like, this is just a cool image. If ever they just released the background art essentially for this with the statue in the background, I'd probably have it as like a desktop wallpaper or something, because it is awesome. Let's drop down through here. I don't really remember what all is in this because, well, I've only played it through with the beta and then the couple of hours I put into the game yesterday, so stuff hasn't really sunk into my mind yet. Yeah, they're pretty loud. Some of the sound mixing isn't super great. There are monsters in the once we get to the actual castle that do kind of the same thing. I really like this. I should have mentioned the crystals earlier, but I like the crystals because they kind of remind me of the glyphs from Order of Ecclesia, but they're a little bit more useful. Or rather, they're a lot less forced, I guess, because Order of Ecclesia had a cool idea with the glyphs, but with how kind of odd the whole system worked, because that was your only way of attacking, and it required MP. If you attacked too quickly, you would just be SOL and not be able to attack for a little while, which was super annoying and really only helped make Order of Ecclesia less fun to play. There's a lot of things about Order of Ecclesia that make it less fun. Also, yeah, if the game if the game audio is too loud, because the explosions are quite noisy, then let me know so I can turn it down, because I can't hear it right now. I'm not used to doing the beginning game damage again. These guys are, yeah, they're weak to the water. I think it's a lot easier to just sort of drop on top of them. Oh, we got bullets, but we don't have the gun yet. I think maybe we get that right here. No, this is the map. And the map is, I like the map is done in kind of the same style as Symphony of the Night. And I don't know if it has anything to do with your actual ending. It probably doesn't, but the game tracks your map percentage completion like Symphony of the Night does, so I'm gonna have to probably complete the entirety of the map. No stairs animation, no. The Igavania, once they got out of just the 2D platformers, they just had, you essentially just ascended up them on your regular walking animation. Because that's really all you were doing as far as mechanic was just walking up instead of, going up them. I think I found this chest over here. More bullets. Maybe this is the gun then? Nope. I do not remember when we get the gun. It doesn't really matter because I don't find the gun, at least the first one you get, all that useful. Maybe later ones are good, but... yeah, we'll go with the sword. I kind of like that you can use kicks, because we haven't... Like, that's really unique as far as Castlevania characters go. No Castlevania, and I know this isn't a Castlevania game, but it's Castlevania styled, has had a character that does that. Like, Alucard can punch, and you've had a lot of characters that use sort of hand-to-hand style, but we haven't had that, kung fu fighting kick style. So I think that's something I want to use a lot. Another save room? Yeah, sure. I'll always take in before Kamen Rider mods. Oh god. Yeah, I want to see what the modding community could actually do with this game on PC. I almost want to see like a really just this really minor mod where it just, because this game has the life and MP max-ups that the Igavania games do. I would like to see just a really minor mod that all it does is take the sound effect that it plays in this game for those and replace it with the one from Symphony. Just because I like that sound effect a lot. Whoop. I love that really flashy level up animation. it goes on probably a little long than a regular level up should, but it doesn't go on for so long that I think I'll get real sick of it. Okay, can I kill this ghost, please? The ghosts are not annoying enemies, really, but the way their movement works. Bloodborne Ritual of the Night. That's the next game coming out from Software, when they finally decided to do a Bloodborne follow-up. I'm genuinely surprised they haven't done that. They did a million Dark Souls, but no Bloodborne sequel. And maybe it's because it wasn't really as like huge of a hit, but it seemed more interesting to me. I had a lot more fun with Bloodborne than I did Dark Souls, even though I didn't really like either one, personally. Ah, yes. Corn, rice, and potato seeds. Yeah, swing the thing. Blast a hole in the wall. Yeah, it doesn't really get you anywhere, but it is a nice little shortcut. Yeah, I hadn't really thought of that. I guess they could do a follow-up on the next console. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. I think I actually want to go back through here because there was that upper area. Because I don't think... Oh no, I missed a room down here, so I should go through here. I know how to Metroidvania. What was in here anyway? More bullets, and the gun, okay. Yeah, I guess they decided that guns needed to make a return. But I think, like, it's long range, but honestly, it's so damn slow. And there are, like, upgrades that you can do to get it to go faster, but just from... I don't know if there are other guns, but from this one, I'm not a fan. I wonder why this game uses 3D models instead of sprites. Because that's the thing. Unless you're like a really, really low indie game, then you can't really, like, then people don't really do sprites. But also, yeah, I guess you can get more out of a background with 3D models, but look at a game like Shovel Knight or even Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, and that game, both of those games use sprites, and they look freaking gorgeous. Give me that MP max up. Yeah, let's go back to the short sword. I mess around with the guns a little bit later, especially because I guarantee you there are like skills you can learn and master in this, and I guarantee you there will be one for the gun. Yeah, 2D sprites on 3D backdrops looks pretty good usually too. DuckTales Remastered is always my go-to for like that's the bench line for how that can go. But if you're gonna go that route, then you have to like Octopath Mood. Yeah, that's another good example too. Ah, good, the whips. Okay. The whips were like the one thing I really had a major complaint about when I played the beta. They attack downwards instead of straight forward. They're also super slow, but the main thing for me is that they go at this downwards angle, which is not necessarily bad for enemies that are below you, but these like harpy things, if they're, you know, above you, you're kind of SOL with hitting them with a whip. Bloodstained is the last famous Kickstarter game. There's still Shenmue 3, I think. Unless I know Shenmue 3 hasn't come out, but I don't remember if there are any other like big Kickstarter games that haven't happened yet. Ah, good, the pirate hat, yes. I forgot to equip the hairband. It doesn't matter though, I guess. And I love this. The So, not all of the equipment, but some of it does appear on your character. Big fan of that. Yeah, people are getting kind of upset about Shenmue lately, I think. I haven't really paid much attention to it, but I've heard a little bit of, a wee bit of disappointment as to how long it's taken. Because it's, they announced something about it and that annoyed people, but I can't remember what it was suddenly. I haven't been following Shenmue 3, if you can't tell. I don't really care all that much. It sure is a game that exists. Yeah, that's what it was. It went Epic exclusive. Bleh. Okay, this is just probably more of a me thing than anything else. I keep, specifically here, and with some of the, like, torches that will show up in the later areas, I keep thinking these are the candle holders that you can whip and get items. Because they look like it, right? I'm so used to it from other Castlevania games that I see them and my brain forgets the giant glowing purple ones. And I go, oh, these I can hit. You think I can break this? No, I cannot. Alright, I think that is just about everything that I can do here. Because this area, like right over here, I don't think I can get to yet, and frankly, I'm not really willing to go all the way back to find out. Although there's this little spot right here across from the save room that I could go to. We are right at the thing, so meh. We'll just keep going. Cutscene time.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not?
I don't know why, but there's just something really kind of humorous about the pirate hat on Miriam. It doesn't look quite like it belongs on the character model, so it's just kind of there and out of place. It really sticks out.
No. No, there you are very wrong. What the Alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned.
Yeah, Jeeble looks like the kind of guy who would throw a wine glass down. I can't talk. His cape even kind of looks like, actually his whole outfit really just kind of reminds me of Alucard in Symphony of the Night.
I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken.
Like Alucard mixed with Phantom of the Opera, but with the mask.
You told me our power doesn't make us good or bad. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Miriam,
I'm trying to gauge when I actually need to advance the dialogue by the lip movements, but some characters like
you're here to kill me, aren't you?
like Gremory either don't have lip movements, or sometimes they're timed in just such a way that their mouths stay closed for long enough that I think the dialogue is over.
Shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined. Come, Gremory, we're leaving.
Look at Gremory's freaking waist. I know she's like a weird demon thing, but that almost literal pencil-thin waist still kind of weirds me out. Alright, first boss time. Hopefully this will go down better than it did on my first try, where this is not a hard boss, but I screwed up pretty bad. Because I'm reckless a lot of the time. Unleash the Kraken. I'm just gonna do this. And this is a tip for if you do play the game. You can still hit her when she's in the background like this. Because again, the planes are kind of messed up. It's weird. Whoop. I'm not entirely sure why, but you can. Alright, the tentacles take damage too. But I think it's all on the same health bar. Nice job, me jumping into that. Alright, let's use that potion. I actually don't know. I didn't see one in the options. I hadn't really thought about that, because a lot of the, I prefer, like, just as on a personal level, I prefer to have the, like, the amount of damage shown done to me. Or the amount of damage I'm doing shown to me. That gives me an indicator of, one, actually, that I'm doing a decent amount of damage, but two, especially if it's, like, if I've wandered into an area, how much damage I'm doing to an enemy tells me if I'm supposed to be there or not. There it goes. And we got us a brand new crystal.
I saw it.
Rather, a brand new shard.
Just a flicker. That was the Jeeble I know.
I did it again. Where I saw the mouth movement stop and I thought that that was the end of the dialogue, but it was not. Alright, now we get into this rad intro animation.
Bloodstained.
And the voice that says Bloodstained is absolutely David Hayter. Yeah, it is a little weird, but it's a video game. Like, it's a video game thing that I don't bother thinking about. Rather, it's a thing that I don't think is worth
What happened to it?
mulling over too much.
The demon's Jeeble.
They've moved
One of those, like,
faster than
gameplay storyline disconnects.
We have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right, but wait. Let me clear.
I think editing. And then, yeah, you can just walk back onto the ship if you so desire. Because it's always just right here at the beginning of the map. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can actually, you can have a mini-map. Yeah, I made that such, like, a big thing. Like, I thought it was such a big thing when I was, when I played the beta. But when the game actually came out, I just completely forgot about it. But it's cool to have. Especially if you don't, if you're like me and you're the kind of person who checks the map pretty, like, constantly, like all the frickin' time, then having just a mini-map there is good. And I said how much I didn't like the whip, but I'm using it quite a bit. More gold. Let's see. Rat teeth. I didn't get any of those on my first file. All right, now we're gonna get to the that girl that's just that was about to be attacked. Her voice actor so far is the only one that I think is really kind of You'll hear her in a bit. I think at the end or nearing the end of this scene.
Thank you, Miriam. You know who I am.
Here comes Johannes just kind of running in. His running animation is freaking weird, though.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see...
Because this is the most church-looking woman you've ever seen. It makes me think of those nuns in Hitman Absolution.
An exorcist. Then we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important, but you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger, but she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jeeble is responsible for some
Anime religion. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, there's no mistake about that.
spoke to him.
Yeah, he went in this long monologue and everything.
Then let me
Something
go
about
to the
shuffling
vault.
the world, whatever the hell that means.
I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other shardbinder.
You're right. It is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jeeble my word that I would stop.
Woo, dialogue heavy beginning of the
What
game.
happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon?
Yeah, here we are. Now we're at the only voice actor so far, really.
Oh, hello there.
There's something about her delivery always comes off as kind of weird.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take...
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
And away they all go. Hey, did you like that dialogue? Because we're gonna get more dialogue.
I did some
Really probably should have just gone right into this
and
next scene.
place seems secure.
I don't feel like it needed to have to just walk into the building. Like, I don't think it's feel.
Yes.
I feel like you didn't need to give me control just to walk back in here.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
That's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
Have you seen me cutting down all them demons?
But we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you. I know you're strong, but be careful.
I think Anne in general isn't really helped by the fact that her character model doesn't really move at all. Like, nobody has any major movements while they're talking, but hers moves kind of the least.
I will.
So she just comes off as like this mannequin almost. It's freaking weird, dude. Let's open this chest. Waystone. I think that I can actually use that, but it's mostly for a quest later. You want to break that, please? Child looks like someone who would shoot you in the face, yeah. I guess I'll go here. Johannes, tell me about alchemy.
You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items. But
And if I recall correctly, this is this and the next dialogue exchange is basically the last real tutorial we're gonna get. So we'll actually be able to get into the game proper very soon.
So, what'll it be?
All right, what do we want to make here? If anything, I definitely want the ring because defense is good. It doesn't up my attack at all. I don't know why it says it does when it keeps it at 12, but whatever. It ups my defense, which I always will take.
I'll go with this.
The safe ring is interesting. It might be like a good little challenge kind of run to do at some point. I don't know. Scale armor. Yeah, you can. The interesting little thing. The next place that we're going to go is the shop, and you can buy the scale armor, or you can just make it here for free. And I'm actually going to do that because again, I like the defense that it
I'll
gives
go
me.
with this.
There, all done.
And the bat wings will up my defense as well. Let's just get all that
I'll go
defense,
with
man.
this.
Because there is some stuff that I would that I want to make sure I'm prepared
I
for.
like it.
As far as weapons go, I think we'll stick with the whip.
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique, so she can carry it at the supply. I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think
Also, neither one of us has been eating well.
And then we get to figure out what them potato seeds and everything were for. You can make food.
Give me the ingredients. I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have
And
the
there's
potential to get
some
much
quality video
stronger.
game advice for you. With the proper nutrition and varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger. See, and I don't think
It's good to see you.
that
Can
I
you
can
transmute all
make
this
anything
time?
yet. Yeah, no. But you can. I love that this is a thing you can do. Just here's all this food. And it has some of still the weird stuff that you'd find in like Symphony of the Night, like just a pizza. Although that's a lot less weird than the way it was in Symphony of the Night. With this, the item is at least just, you know, a picture of a pizza. In Symphony, it was literally like
Can you tell me
a
more
pizza
about what
box
happened
that you
to
found in Dracula's castle in
It started when the
1792, I think is when
away from
Symphony
the
took place.
spiritual and esoteric in favor of more
Like a Pizza Hut
material
pizza box,
aspects.
just in an 18th century, in a 17th, no, yeah, 18th century castle. I don't remember my centuries.
The Alchemist's research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons. So they warned again and again that demons would come, but people don't change.
You mean us? The Shardbinders.
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did.
It's alright.
Alright, now back over here, we'll get the last real proper tutorial for a while, for a little while anyway. Where they will explain us the shop.
Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit. I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here. I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked.
Well, I've been finding money in candles, so, like, I give a shit.
I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them.
Wait, is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course, the church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, and more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption
May accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
And that is actually a good tip because shards sell for a good amount. So if you've got shards you're not using, sell them. Sell the crap out of
Would
them.
you like to have a look
Because I
around?
think they're like 300 apiece.
What are you looking to buy?
Alright, what have we? I'm gonna need potions. I always want to have
Is
potions.
this right? Then we have a deal.
Knife, rapier. Yeah, there are other guns. I kind of forgot the blunderbuss was a thing that you could buy. Oh yeah. Any the candles drops I'm pretty sure are set. So if you find a candle that drops money, you can just keep hitting that over and over and over again. Or if you want to do it by selling shards, you can kill an enemy that usually will drop a shard or that you have good luck getting shards from. You just get those a bunch and then come back here and sell them. I don't think I need anything else. I haven't I haven't bought these in my other profile, so if I ever do buy these, I really hope they actually show up on my character model. Because I think it would be just amazing to go through the game with Miriam wearing these. And then nothing else here that I need, but I can sell some of the stuff that I'm not going to be using anymore. I don't care for the claymore. Anything that like I didn't use it, but the claymore swings real slow, and I'm not a fan of that. It leaves me a little too vulnerable. I don't need the knife. Don't need the kung fu shoes anymore.
Many thanks.
Hairband can go.
Is this right? Then we have a deal.
And so can the tunic and the country dress.
Is this right? Then we have a deal. Is this right? Thank you. Is this right? Then we have a deal. What are you looking to sell?
Yeah, see the water thing that we got from the from like the first enemy is 300 gold. And we also got one from the boss, and you can't sell shards that you get from from bosses, or like the anything that you can't essentially reacquire. You can't sell anything that would be important. Which is good, because I'm an idiot and probably would end up accidentally selling something important. But I am not much a fan of Cerulean Splash, so we'll actually go ahead and get rid of that.
Many thanks.
There's one shard that I think we'll be able to get pretty soon that I much prefer to have on Triangle.
I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. Thank you. I invited the other survivors in. They all have troubles that need resolving. If you can spare them the time. I'll do what I can. I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
And you can go a little bit further back here. Interacting with this is going to give us another tutorial, so I'm not going to do it right now. But this is like a photo thing. It doesn't work because you need to get, I think, silver or something. Some item in particular that helps make it work. But yeah, you can take a photo. Alright, and then this woman just appears once they introduce the concept of side quest to you. And her eyes don't look right. I feel like that's not supposed to be happening.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. My dear husband included. Those devils have to pay. Those murderers. You look strong, miss. I'm begging you. Help me.
If it's within my power.
Oh, thank you. My name's Lindsay. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, I'll gather whatever information I can about the monsters that wrong. I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance on them. The efforts won't go unrewarded, I promise you that.
All right. I'll do it.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Alright, let's do some questing.
Help my husband rest in peace. Kill that murderer dead!
Now, I would just like to point out, we're going to get other side quests from Lindsay. When you accept them, she will always say basically the same line. It will always be, help, blank, rest in peace, kill that murderer dead. Every single time. It will be ingrained into your skull by the time you've done like 4 of these. Can I break this? There we go. 10 gold. Let's save right here. Just in case anything happens. with that key, we can go in here. Get you some gun upgrades. And here we have our first warp room. I love that these are still a thing. I guess it would be ridiculous for them not to be, because this is a big map. Just from this area, you can tell this is a big map. Everything we've explored so far is less than 6% of the whole thing. So yeah, you're gonna want these. Now, am I crazy, or does this... I know it isn't, but this background here, like this specific building, for some reason makes me think of, like, claymation. It kind of looks like it was made out of clay. I don't know why, it just kind of does. You have that crystal that I really enjoy. So if I could get you to drop it, that'd be great. Oh, stop moving backwards, you dick. There we are. And there's more of these guys. And I always appreciate a quest tracker, so thank you, Bloodstained, for putting that in the game. If you have a quest active, anytime you kill an enemy related to it, it will tell you. Ah, nuts. I did that to get that chest, and then I screwed up and didn't get the chest. Come on. Come here. Or I'm gonna set you on fire. Fine, don't drop it. Oh, come on. Can I get that jump right, please? Nuts. Can I not make that now? Oh, damn. It has been a hot minute. I remember you from years back. We never really talked, I don't think, but I still remember you. Let's get this chest here. Now there's like an entire passage down here you can sort of get through a essentially skip the entire above ground segment by going through here, but there are more of those mortes across there. So I want to get there and kill them so I can complete this quest. Plus there's these arrows, and I want to try and get that freaking shard that I like. Damn you. Drop the thing. And then I don't think... Yeah, there's a space up there that I can't get to yet. I don't know if this serves a purpose, but you can sit here. I guess it's like the church in Symphony of the Night, or the confession booth in Symphony of the Night, where you could sit there and it wouldn't really do anything, but it was a cool little detail. Bastard. And then this is interesting. You'll find these like bookshelves all over the place, and if you look in them, you'll get these little tips. And this is essentially this game's way of bringing back the magic spells that Symphony of the Night had. And I like that you can learn them either by just sort of, again, by doing the button commands just randomly, or you can find these. In Symphony, you had to either already know them or buy the scrolls from the librarian, but here you just find these all over the place. And these are the skills that you can master. You have to actually do it though. So let's, just for the sake of getting it in the thing, let's equip the Bastard. There you go. And it uses kind of an absurd amount of MP, though. And I am pretty sure the, at least I can guarantee at this point that the mastery only goes up if you kill things, because it would be kind of easy to master it if all you had to do is use it. But we're gonna go back to the whip. I like all these crows that just sort of fly off. You get this cool little rotating thing as you go across here. Nice, man. 2 out of 3 of those things are exactly what I'm using right now. Oh, and this is a different area. I guess I can show off a little bit of it. Yeah, this is an... I'm not going to go through this door, but that's an area that we're definitely not supposed to be to for a while, because it's filled with water, and we just kind of float on the water. We don't really do much other than that. Alright, now we can go across through here. Oh, I actually haven't tried that. I should. Maybe that will happen. Who knows? Probably not, but I don't know. I haven't tried it. And then yeah, this is just a little underground passage. Again, I think is more of just a shortcut to get to certain places easier. If I had that Morte side quest done, I would go back through here to get back to the area, but I don't have it done, so we're gonna go back through. Okay, yeah. Wasn't expecting it, but that would have been very cool if a chest showed up. And you can close this, which you actually will want to do, because this bridge is not a platform that you can jump down through. So if you want to get down into that passage from here, or if you want to use that passage as a shortcut back to this castle entrance, this has to be open. Rather, the bridge has to be down. Or the bridge has to be up. I know how to speak English, I swear. Then they have these little hallways, even though they're not... They had these in Symphony for loading screen purposes. You don't need to have them here, but they've been in every like Igavania game since, because they're just sort of an inherent part of Castlevania at this point. And now we are fully in familiar territory, in the castle, in not Castlevania, to fight some demons. There's more Mortes down. And they spawn like zombies do at the beginning of Symphony of the Night. They're just kind of all over this little area. The very beginning of the game is pretty Symphony heavy inspired. Now we wait for Boundary Break to check this back on something. Yeah, I wonder how long it'll be before he gets to this game. This enemy worried me the first time I ran into him, because he looks pretty big and kind of freaky. Like, he looks pretty strong for this early in the game, and he kind of is. I mean, let's see how long it takes me to beat him. There we are. He drops this Kickstarter or Dev Portraits. I actually don't know. I would assume so, but I don't know for sure. No, I'm streaming this on PS4. Because when I backed the game, my computer was bad and couldn't handle this game very well. It could run it, but at like sub 30 frames, and it was not particularly enjoyable to play, and it wouldn't be fun to watch either. So I got it on PS4. Yeah, I need a rapier for this. if I one had gotten the Switch version, or picked it as like my platform of choice, and two, it was out, I would be playing this on Switch, because the Switch has essentially become my main console at this point. Leather chest guard. And I will probably, and well, definitely, I'm going to be picking this up again on Switch. Because one, I always need more Switch games, but two, man, this game's just fun, and I want to support it more. This frickin' dog, man. I never noticed this cat portrait. Did not see it my first time through here. I'm so good at video games, man. Alright, let's kill the ghost now. That's a sentence you can really only say in video games, is kill the ghost. This is an interesting little area that I haven't quite figured out yet. I imagine I'll get something at some point that'll let me, like, drain this or whatever, figure out what the hell's going on in here. But for right now, that is still a mystery to me. Whatever the hell that thing is. You gotta give this to the whips. They do crazy. They've got crazy range. I think just doing this stream has actually really turned me around on the whip. No, yeah, I kind of wish that they had put that little attention to detail in there, that the blood kind of stays on the outfit, but it's not that big a deal. Let's see, can I reach over? Yeah, I can. Get this treasure chest. And we want to go up here because I believe there's another bookcase that we can look into. Also, there is an ammo upgrade. Oh, this guy. This is another guy that's really worrisome when you first encounter him. And listen when he dies. His death scream is also particularly loud compared to the rest of the things in the game. It also sounds like Jim Cummings to me. Ether. And there's our bookcase. What does this one tell us? Honestly, I feel like they could probably fit Miriam into Smash. I would not, actually I hadn't even entertained the possibility before that Miriam could be part of the Fighters pack. But like, if they can make a character out of Duck Hunt, I think they can make a character out of just about anything as far as Smash goes.
Miriam? It can't be.
More plot, guys.
Alfred?
Why are you here? Johannes, that fool of an apprentice should have stayed.
Now, I haven't looked at the full voice cast of this game, so I don't know who voices Alfred, but he sounds oddly familiar to me.
After all the terrible
Actually, I
things
could look
you've
it up
done?
right now. What's wrong with me? I have the internet.
All that is in the past. I'll not be
Actually, no.
defending my actions.
I think I'll let it be a mystery, at least until later. Maybe I'll look it up after the stream.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Enough, child. I am here for the book. Jeeble has the book.
That line, that delivery. Weird.
What are you talking about?
For the most part, though, I think the voice acting is good.
If you don't already know,
Anne's voice is not super great, and occasional lines are delivered kind of iffy, but the overall voice acting is not bad.
Alfred, how are you still alive?
What were you thinking in coming
And
here?
Alfred looks like he hasn't had a shower for a while. His hair is pretty greasy. But I suppose it is medieval times.
All that
Bathing, I
matters
guess,
is
wasn't
that I
really a
am
priority.
Did you come
He's also
here with a
crazy
book?
and evil, I guess. Maybe he doesn't care all that much.
Book? The Liber Logaeth?
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that tome. But
I don't want to read it, I just want to touch it.
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach you anything?
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to get in my way. You know full well my power exceeds yours.
I mean, yeah, he's strong. Look at how he holds his hand like he's constantly trying to force choke somebody. That's how you can tell the character is strong.
You will die.
Ninja vanish.
I came here because something didn't feel right. But I didn't expect him.
Johannes, what is the Liber Logaeth?
I'm still amazed that we actually got Banjo and Kazooie.
Once possessed that allows for the summoning of spirits.
It was never like a thing that I like greatly wanted to happen, but I'm fine with it being in the with them being in the game. I think them not being able to be in it earlier was kind of the only reason why Duck Hunt was even added.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power. But
He
Damn it,
said
skipped
people had
skipped
it.
another bit of the voice acting.
You know, I think I...
it makes sense.
I'm so good at that.
Considering the situation we're in. He must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill two birds with one stone.
Good point. All right.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
Go with your wonky running animation. I think there's a save room right below me, so I'm actually going to go to that real quick because I'm low on health and I don't, particularly want to use a potion when I don't need to. Alright, let's get going. Deeper into the castle. Let's go back around through this. Jumped right into that attack. I swear most of the damage that I take in this game is just as a result of me being stupid and jumping right into an attack. Did I miss anything on the way? No. I'm always really paranoid about that. Alright, here's where the whip might actually help with this Gearman here. Because I don't like dealing with these frickin' things. It's easier to do this. Obviously, it's just because demons are more athletic. I guess, but I'm gonna be that guy. We have how many characters with swords? 4 duos is probably is hardly, I think, flooding it compared to how many characters have swords. And I should make it clear, I actually don't mind that we have so many characters with swords. That's just as a numbers comparison, I guess. We have a lot with swords compared to duos. But I suppose that is like I suppose it's a valid complaint. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it like that though. Alright, into the next area we go. God, I really love the lighting in this area. This is another, like, wallpaper, like, perfect wallpaper kind of thing. Gotta get rid of that weed. Alright, now we get to one of the... This is one of the weirder enemies. It's this, like, I guess fat flying pig with feathers. It looks super weird, and it's the kind of... Okay, I need to use a potion. Its death animation is great because it explodes. I'm gonna... Do I have a better weapon to equip right now? The Bastard is such short range. Actually, yeah, you know what? We'll do that. We'll go with the Bastard. More damage, it's quicker. I have turned around on the whips though, but I feel like I need to just get a better whip for this point in the game. There's a quest not long from now though that we can go get it. Oh, there's an MP up there. We need like a double jump to get it. Let's talk to you.
Fancy a ride?
Why? Are you offering one?
This dude's nowhere near as interesting as the ferryman in Symphony. Because he doesn't have the really weird high-pitched voice that makes his really innocuous comment about just taking you to places. Even that is creepy. Can't wait for a platforming section with 1,001 Medusa heads if there is one. It's a Castlevania game essentially. There will be Medusa head-like enemies.
A shame you don't have a giant hand. Ah, the wild and crazy things one could do with a giant hand.
That is an oddly specific comment, Coachman. I will make sure that I have a giant hand. Can I go this way? Do I want to go this way? Yeah, we got a lot of sword users, so I feel like four duo characters is hardly it's hardly a lot. Can I? Nope. Okay. I actually didn't go this way when I went through here earlier. Is there anything? After I kill this freaking pig. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, it's the recipe for obsidian equipment. So I did at least go that far. Well, actually, that's probably not a bad time to show off the thrashing tentacle that we got. So watch this. I thought I was going to take out the Blood Grinder Knight, so I didn't think to move out of his way. So let's go ahead and use another potion. I'm going to have to go back and buy more of those soon. Whoa. Alright, so don't go that way. I didn't know. I hadn't gone this way before. I think I got, like, the obsidian equipment, and then I was close to dying, so I was like, we'll go back. So, don't go that way, because you'll get hit by a frickin' Iron Maiden. I guess I'll get something later that will let me go through there. I think they count as a swordsman if a sword is, like, part of all of their attacks, like it's their main weapon. I really didn't really want to do that. I wanted to duck down and hit the frickin' weed. How did that not hit me? Morgenstern. I didn't actually use this. It's a good bit more damaging. And it swings pretty quickly, considering it's a frickin' Morning Star. It's like a mace. Actually looks quite a bit, like it's pretty big. I feel like it should be swinging slower than it actually is. But whatever, I'm not gonna complain. Who's in this one? I've survived this far by rummaging through treasure chests without the monsters taking notice. Dude, this journal reminds me of the ones that you'll find in the ones you find in Rogue Legacy, where you'll find these desks with notes written from people that have gone through the castle and like just going over stuff. Here's another cool set piece. The red lighting really it makes me think of like the Castlevania Netflix series, because the series used red pretty heavily in its promotion. I don't know why I say used like it's over. We got a 3rd season confirmed. Another level up, yeah. Actually, on that, when are we getting season 3 of Castlevania? Have they said, or have they just said that it is happening? How competitive am I? Not really very. Like with any game, I am not competitive really in any capacity. There's some games that I like kind of keep up with a competitive scene on, like I kind of casually keep up with like the Overwatch League and stuff, but as far as actually playing competitive in anything, nah. That's not my thing. Now we're back in the entrance. I really wish that I could hear. I didn't want to do that. Really wish that I could hear the soundtrack, because the music in this game is super good, because it's done by Michiru Yamane, who did Symphony of the Night soundtrack. She also did some stuff for Skullgirls, and I think there was what other games did she do? There's another game that she did that I can't think of right now. Not competitive even in Sonic. Nope. I've done like a couple of casual races with friends, but other than that, no. I just play games to play games. Alright, well I have that quest. Let's see. Alright, ultimate question. Should I go back and turn in that quest to accept the other ones that they're going to give me, or should I just go back through and should I go back to where I was and just continue through there? Make my decisions for me. In the meantime, I'm going to check a thing real quick. Actually, you know what? Can I use that waystone? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why it does the... I kind of like that it has the trail, but I don't really know why it does it. What controller? When playing Smash, specifically with Ultimate, I've been using the Switch Pro controller. Although I bought the I bought an 8BitDo SF30 Pro not too long ago, and that has become my default controller for the Switch. So in the future, anytime I play Smash, I'll probably be using that. was gonna try to use the Waystone, but I forgot. Can I use it? Yeah, I can. Let's go. Alright, cool.
Got any targets for me?
There, I killed all them monsters. Her eyes are still weird. 3 rings. Do I need all of those? Can I even... Like, I guess I can equip another one. Yeah. Cool. And I can sell 2 more. Let's actually do that. I think I have some stuff to sell.
I have something new to offer. What are you looking to buy?
Forgot to go to sell.
What are you looking to
I have some stuff to sell. Immediately opens purchase menu. We get rid of the regular whip because I'm not going to need it.
Right? Then we have a deal.
Pirate hat. Sell 2 of these.
Is this right?
They don't sell for much. I thought it would sell for more than that.
What are you looking to buy?
Alright, what do we got? Kung Fu shoes, battle boots, lethal boots. I kind of want to try these at some point, but I read about a... I was reading the launch, like the comments on the Twitter post for the launch trailer, and I saw literally one guy say that equipping the lethal boots bugged his save. I don't know how prevalent that is, because that was the only time I've heard of it, but hopefully that isn't a super like common bug, and either way gets patched down. But they're worse than what I have, so I guess it doesn't really matter all that much. A double-bladed great axe. That would probably swing pretty damn slow. Nodachi, spear, lance, partisan whip, musketeer. I can buy the blunderbuss. I still love that it's called a Garbo hat. Nothing. Just the regular Switch Pro controller. If I ever get a chance to get one of the other editions, I probably will, because I really like the way those look. But right now, I just have the default. All right, now we have all these other ones: Dullahammers, Gearmans, Sabnox, and Barbatos. Now watch.
Help my little sister Rosalie rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead.
As I accept all of these,
Here's what I've turned up
you will
for
see
monsters.
the line is the same, and you can actually I don't know if you can do it with these lines, the quest accept lines, but when you turn them in, all of the sounds you can get to layer over each other.
My neighbor Lisa, rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead.
So you can get just this cacophony of noise going on at the same time.
Here's what I've turned up on monsters. Help Dr. Simon rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead.
Alright, that's all the quests that we can accept for now. I actually want to go save. I don't think I can transmute anything right now. But we'll save just for the sake of being safe. Alrighty, once more into the breach. Now those one of those quests that I accepted, I'm gonna have to go back to the ship for, because I have yet to encounter another area where Dullahammers spawn. I'm certain they do spawn in other places, it's just I haven't found them yet. I really can't get that now. I mean, I assume there is a double jump of sorts in the game, so I'll be able to get it once I acquire that, but right now, they expect you to, I guess, land right on top of it when you break the seal, which I didn't do. So, SOL on that for right now. I don't even remember what's in it. Oh, so yes, the crows will do this every time. I don't think you're going to pass through this area super often, especially once you start unlocking the warp points, so it's not that big a deal. Like, it's not a thing that I could see getting annoying, really. Destruction of property grants you money. Always remember that, kids. Yeah, look at this guy. This guy right here. He reminds me of somebody, but I can't figure out who. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to show this really minor thing off. If you hold up, you do this. Don't know why. Don't really know why they added it, but you can do it. I guess they added it because, you know, Symphony had that. If you held up, Alucard would hold his cape in front of his face. Or if you did it while you were on an edge, he would hold his cape in front of his face. But if you did it while you were just standing, he would kind of take on this really heroic, cool pose. I gotta kill you. Just kill all the enemies I can. I want all that. Oh, yes. Okay. The stone mask. Okay, I gotta just point this out. I ran into this when I was playing the backer beta, and I basically freaked out when I ran into it because that looks a little familiar. That mask. Insert like super loud, exceedingly clipping soundbite of, is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? Yeah, we're gonna keep that off because the stone mask. Actually, nah, I don't feel like I don't feel like I need it. Plus, I don't really want to look at it the entire time. Drop that freaking crystal! Oh my god. Feels weird not how. Why did I do that? Like, if that mask is not a JoJo reference, I'll be surprised because it looks, save for the horn, it looks exactly like the damn thing. Oh, of course I get the bat's shard. Summon bat. I'll have to sell that when I get back there. Ghost. You know, the bat shard. The GB Bros adapter, which allows usage for one GameCube controller as well as one Wii remote attachment. Oh, cool! I didn't know they made that. Yeah, they make just judging off of the SF30 Pro, they make good controllers. Like them, from what I have seen of their other controllers, like them and Hori are kind of the big quality third-party controller manufacturers. Let's save here just in case. If you can't tell, I'm really paranoid about saving. Mostly in this game because of the because I'm bad at it, and I don't want to get low on health. Close am I to? Not super far, about halfway. Okay, Bone Morte. It's actually, I haven't used that. Let's give that a shot. Pun not intended, because it's the one that you shoot from your hand. Wow, that does an absurd amount of damage to the thing that gave it to me. I forgot to jump. Alright, maybe we'll keep that equipped. Oh, come on. I don't know if that'll be like a consistent kind of damage across multiple enemies, but if it is. Why did I do that? I knew the door was up there. Man, Hori's been doing, like, almost exclusively GameCube controllers lately, it seems. Not that I'm complaining, I love that controller, but, man. Yeah, let's test it on this Gearman. Okay, yeah, this does a lot more damage than I thought it was going to do. Never underestimate a shard, then, I guess. That's like my ultimate lesson in always test out a shard, because it might be good. What about on you? Jeez. And it hits you twice because you're so damn big. Oh, okay. Passive. Oh, what does this one do? Increases single-handed sword and club damage. Does this count? Or is it a... What does the Morgenstern count as? Clubs. Oh, yeah. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, back through here. What does it do on this thing? Oh, I'm out of MP. Or, not out, but I'm too low on MP. Barbados down. I really don't need to be... I have not seen you do that attack before. I really don't need to be killing everything that I come across, but I just like to do that. Call forth a pig-like demon and set it upon foes. Let's try that then. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Sick 'em. It's like pig breakout. Alrighty then. And it just bounces all over the place. Well, that doesn't really help here, but for like enclosed spaces, sure. Alright, now. Back up to where I was attempting to go before I fell down like an idiot. Can I? No. In Metroidvanias, always remember to just smack every wall you come across, because it might reveal a hidden passageway. Oh, you can walk on these? Oh, okay. So that's how they think. I always assumed they just did touch damage. Smoke oil. And a level up. What level are we at now? 9. Alright, back in here. Now let's actually make this jump. There's other stuff to find down there, but I'll go and look for it later. They could, but I mean, it's an Egavania game. They all they do that. Try to use the G-Bros adapter made it though. Oh, I'm trying to read, but I got arrowed in the face by a frickin' evil Robin Hood over here. Ah, okay. Well, maybe it will work. Just die. Die from bones. This one I think was another technique. Yeah, for spears. I haven't used this, but man, that uses a lot of MP. And I have an idea of how it looks because, well, Bloodlines did basically Castlevania Bloodlines did basically the same thing. All right, yeah, near how we. Here's our next warp point. So So we can just go now back and forth between the entrance and Arventville whenever we need to, which will make doing just about everything a whole lot simpler. Let's see. Have I completed any of those quests? I have completed all of them except this one. We'll get some hemp. Alright, well, since we just found the warp point, I guess we'll go back and turn those in. I do kind of wish that the warp rooms had different, like the stained glass picture was different. I don't remember if the other, off the top of my head, I don't remember if the other Igavania games did that with their warp rooms, but Symphony had, they all had different, like, animals representing each one. Mostly that was so you could know where you were, because you couldn't actually select which one you wanted to go to in that game.
Good work. Here's your reward.
But it just kind of, it was a nice little detail. Yeah, I mean,
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
you can get all of those kind of going at the same time. Alright, I don't think there's anything that we can grab here that's new, so I'm just going to run in here and use the save room so I can heal, and then we'll head back into the entrance. Good, always happy with criticals. Alright, back through here. Back into the entrance, let's go. Oop, just go back in here for a second while I read that. The reason I wanted a G-Bros adapter was because I already have a GameCube adapter. I thought it was fair I used the adapter with my Wii Classic controller because I don't need 5 GameCube ones. Yeah! Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Keep underestimating how many hits it actually takes to kill that guy. Find healing item recipe. Oh, there's another save room here. All right, well at least I know where I'm at and what's about to happen. I should have bought potions, but I'm gonna try this without them anyway.
Stop right there.
Hark! Is that the voice of David Hayter I hear?
I knew what you are. That ghastly air about you. You reek of sorcery, Shardbinder.
Ah, and what am I to make of you?
In strolls the most swordsman in the single most swordsmanly swordsman of any video game. Like he could be made of swords and he would not be any more swordsmanly. Whoop. And of course my controller's on. I just swear, man, the PS4's controller's battery life is awful. If I die, nope, not falling for that shit. I don't have any MP to do that. Oh, I was just barely out of his range, man. Why did I do that? He's not even really all that close to dead either. There he is. I think he's at about his halfway point now. And I'm... am I out of potions? Yeah, I am. I can use that though. Can I get lucky and beat him? Oh. Alright, come on, buddy. Don't kill me. I gotta feel good about myself by managing to beat this on this low health. Hold on, idea. Musketoon. I think that actually does less damage. Alright, buddy, come on. Damn it. I fired basically right as he started to move. Or not really right, I fired at the worst time. Alright. I think I did pretty good on that, surviving on 22 health though. But that proved definitely yes, I need to buy potions. So I'm gonna do that. Let's just go back down here. Nice. The only GameCube controllers I have are still the just the OG ones I got with my GameCube. I was gonna buy the ones for Smash Wii U, but I didn't. And then by the time Ultimate happened, I had a Pro Controller, so I didn't have a particular desire to buy one. Much as I love the GameCube controller. I need some potions.
What are you looking to buy?
Let's buy like 9. As many as I can get.
Right? Then we have a deal.
I'm actually gonna want a couple of these for later.
Is this right? Thank you. Thank you.
Alright. Alright, let's go back there and show Zangetsu what it's for. What for, rather. Oh. Didn't notice I was running into the ledge. I'm smart. Alright. Here we go. I want to hit the save room again because I don't want to have to go. Whoa, what the heck is happening? Hold on, apparently we're getting some issues. Just walking here for a second. Don't do this to me. looks like maybe everything is back to normal now. Let me just check a thing. What if we just lower that a wee bit? Alright, are we back to not dying? It looks like we are, or at least better than the stream being suddenly offline. There we are, back in the green. Okay. Hopefully that will not happen again. Alright, we're gonna skip that. I saw your dialogue already, Zangetsu. Alright, well that happened a lot quicker than I anticipated, the fire. Oh. If I remember correctly, the fire does have splash damage, so just don't stand anywhere near him when he does that. And don't get overzealous like I do. It appears that the Smash Bros. Ultimate Game controller's cable wire is just as long as both Smash 4 ones, yet they're meant to be one. Alright. 150 should be good. I'm out of bones to throw at you, Zangetsu. This is a stalemate. Ow. 150 should be fine, he says. Ow. Nope. Not doing that. Alright, there we go. That went a lot better than the first time I fought him. I think I lost like 2 or 3 times in a row.
How many times do I have to tell you? Our enemies are the demons and those in league with them.
And I say, what is the difference? The alchemists were the gunmen.
And just a little, I guess, tidbit. If you played Curse of the Moon, Zangetsu was actually the main character in that.
In the case of the alchemists,
And he was a lot less angsty.
The powers of hell and must pay for it. But Miriam is not.
Although he did not take any
She's
shit.
Fighting for us at
Really?
He was kind of the little bit of dialogue that was in the game. His attitude was kind of, I'm done with everything, and I'm just kind of doing this because I feel like I have to.
And do I look as weak? Look closer.
Yeah, I got a third-party adapter for Wii U as well. I think it was Mayflash was the company that made it, and it worked just fine. I even I decided to mess around with it on a couple of other games just to see if I could get it to work, and for the hell of it, the first one I tested was Sonic Boom, and it technically does work with Sonic Boom. in that if it's connected and you boot up the game, the cursor will just forever scroll through menu options. You can't actually play the game with a GameCube controller, but I guess it technically does detect it.
I apologize for my acquaintance. He had no right to speak to you like that.
Pay it no mind. I've been through worse.
I want you to know that I trust you, Miriam, and nothing anyone says could ever sway that trust.
Well, you have my thanks. It's nice to know that I have someone on my side.
Zangetsu is a demon hunter from a land far to the east, in the tumult of a decade ago. Perhaps even longer. Demons robbed him of everything precious to him, and he's despised everything to do with them since. His strength, however, is second to none.
I could tell based on the way that he was on fire and tried to make me on fire.
I could tell he was holding back, but he was a handful regardless.
Maybe it was a lack of conviction that dulled his blade. Well, I'll be off then. I mustn't leave Anne alone for too long.
I still really love the pirate hat. I can't wait until I get a different accessories that I can put on Miriam's head, because it's kind of starting to get weird. All right, now we got a little bit more of the entrance to explore. We're getting pretty close to where I am on my other file. That's the same thing that was blocking the freaking not ferryman guy. Oh, I haven't gotten this one's shard before. What are we looking at here? Oh, yes I have. Never mind. I just forgot about it. And an HP max up. Just kind of sitting there. What was this way? Was this just the door? I think this is just the way to the other area, so I want to explore a little bit around here. You got an upgrade? Oh, this guy. Damn, I should have got a waystone. This guy is the reason why I need the waystone. So I'm not going to bother talking to him. But we actually do have to... We don't have to, but we can, and probably should, go back to the other place. Because one, I got some shards I need to sell. Actually, I haven't tested Ghost. Let's give Ghost a shot. Summon Ghost. Yeah, that's not a thing I'll be using greatly. It does a decent amount of damage, but it just sort of stops. What about Bat? Let's actually use it. Oh, it's a few bats. But nah. If I could get that one I keep trying to get, that'd be great. Because it is actually quite useful. Oh my god, we're getting close to 2 hours on this. I was expecting to be going for like a little over an hour. But we're close to double that now. I don't know how much longer I'll actually go for, because I haven't really eaten today, and I need to fix that. I got stuff I need to buy and sell you.
I found a carriage that will take me across the courtyard.
Oh, right.
But a stone statue
If you go to the shop, sometimes Dominique will actually give you tips on what you're supposed to be doing next.
What a coincidence. A message arrow just arrived from Zangetsu in the Temple of Rainbow Glass.
So this is another minor nitpick. There are some typos that probably need to be fixed. And message arrow. There's another one soon, I think.
Perhaps that demon's shard is just the power you need.
Does Zangetsu have Herculean strength? How did he manage?
There's another one right here.
He drew
Sketch.
a little sketch here at the bottom of a burly man leaping a great chasm.
Oh, come on.
Is there anything else you need?
Yeah, I need to sell shards.
What are you looking to sell?
Summon ghost.
Is this
Summon
right?
that.
Then we have a deal. Is this right? Thank you.
Summon that. I forgot I had two
Is
of
this
those.
right? Then we have a deal.
And I don't think I'm going to use summon Plume Parma
Is this
either.
right? Then we have a deal.
I need
What are you
potions.
looking to
Always
buy?
need potions.
Is this right? Many
And
thanks.
where is Waystone?
Is this right? Many thanks.
I actually should have another one on me just in
Is this
case.
right? Many thanks.
Can I buy rice from you? You to create more rice. Okay, we'll do that
Is this right? Thank you. Thank you.
because you need it. This is another like kind of consistent side quest thing you can do. Her mouth movements are weird.
Another moment in a living
They freak me
hell
out.
like this
I don't like
one.
it. I don't like it at all.
Oh, don't say that.
Never you mind me, young lady. What's your name? I'm Susie.
Miriam, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I do enjoy a good meal.
I
but
certainly
can't
like food.
remember the names.
I'll help you figure
Basically what it
out.
boils down to with her.
I promise.
Yeah, and this is where we get a whip.
I suppose I'll stick
And
around.
that'll tell us what she actually wants. And I know that we can make rice balls over here, but I don't entirely remember what we need for them.
It's good to see you. What are we transmuting this time?
We need rice. But how do I do that? How do I make rice?
Oh, about the castle itself was summoned from hell.
And just random
Demons
backstory on
and
the
all.
castle.
But the site it rests on is where the Alchemists Guild
Let
once
me guess,
lay.
it's also on an old Indian burial ground.
So you may find traces of our facilities
Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing an area dedicated to the study of Eastern mysticism.
Yes. And another of us was researching how to create giant organisms. Anyway, just be mindful of the facility's existence.
Right. Thank you.
Alright, how do I use... How do I rice? Where are they? We could use it to create more rice. Okay, but how? Do I like plant it somewhere?
Hi, Miri. What are we transmuting
Craft.
this time?
Can we make that? Well, it doesn't matter anyway, it's worse than what I have. Ah, I shouldn't have thrown away the thing. Actually, no, I don't use greatswords, so never mind.
Come back anytime.
Oh,
I suppose.
I never went back in here the first time, so I haven't seen this yet.
We're done talking.
See you, Zangetsu. And away he goes.
We're not done talking. And there he goes.
Dude just zoomed right
Sorry
off,
you had
man.
to see that.
He really doesn't like me, does
I
he?
don't think he likes anybody.
Oh, he's just stubborn.
Alright, I hadn't seen that before. What if I talk to you?
Oh, I still.
Hello, Miriam. What are you looking to buy?
How do I rice? Can I just buy rice from you? No. How does? I just buy
Is this
no.
right? Thank you. Thank you. I'll...
Alright, well, that was stupid of me. It's a good use of 90 MP for no reason. Okay, what about alchemy notes? Is there anything? How does make rice, though? I need the rice. How does? Alright, well.
It's good to... What are we transmuting this time?
I have most of what I need, but still don't know how to make rice. Well, whatever.
Alfred, what... I don't know. I was just wondering if you remember anything about him that...
As I recall, he was studying ways of drastically slowing down objects. He was a genius, to be quite honest.
Then he went quite mad.
But I have no respect for that now.
Why not?
Because he fought against sacrificing you right to the final moment. Only to change his mind like a coward.
I see. Thank you.
Alright, well, I guess I'll head back into the castle. One day I will unravel the mystery of making rice. And perhaps someday we'll get that thorn whip. Alright, hang on, guy who needed a waystone. I can't remember your name. I'm actually going to save because the area that I'm about to wander into has some ornery monsters. I don't want to get killed. What do we have for new shard? True arrow. Alright, well it costs a little more, but we'll see what it does. Oh, it costs a little more because it's 3 arrows. That is quite useful, though. I'm gonna probably hang on to that. Man, the backgrounds in this game are really pretty. I never really I didn't notice the moon in the background of this one before. Cool, cool. Right here, over here. No, I'm a lizard person, actually.
What does it look like?
I'm not sure. Your body is covered with weird decorations.
Yes, but these are all the rage in Paris.
Oh, Paris. Wow, I've never been...
This guy's mouth animations are weird, too.
The name's been...
Also, this is the best line in the game so far.
I'm Miriam.
Also, Paris isn't in Spain.
Be here.
I know, but I'm so scared I can't even stand up. Damn, I just want to go home.
Do I have any...
Here, take this potion. That'll help you get home. Here's the waystone. I should have tried to give him the potion. I wonder what it would have done.
Yes. Picture your house, and don't let go of that thought.
All right, I'll try it.
Ninja vanish.
I think it worked.
I hope it worked. And I think you're guaranteed to level up from that because I got that the last time I did it. I'd have to test. I should have actually checked to see how much experience I had, but I mean it's a level up, so. Blood Grinder Knight. And what was in this again? Okay, yeah. Can I break this? Yeah, I can. It did it again. You pick that one up before you actually see it. Alright, see you, man. And also, yeah, if you want to send it, go ahead. I don't mind. I don't think my ADMs are private. It shouldn't be, anyway. Not like I have to worry about people, like, swarming my DMs. Right, I can go up there yet. Alright, you're here too. Whoop. There's Blood Grinder Knight. These things are all over the place. They look a lot meaner than they actually are. I love this enemy's name, Killer Barber. I think there was another similarly, like, ridiculously named enemy in one of the handheld Castlevania games, but I suddenly cannot remember the name of. Oh, there's a save right here. Okay. Good. Good. Around here, I actually get to show off another of the weird things with enemies in different planes. Whoa, you went way up there, dude. One of these paintings comes alive, because of course it does. Yeah, and you can hit it while it's in the background. And you can do this with a bunch of these come to life, and you can do it with all of them. Oh, cool. Give me that shard. What does this one do? Welcome company.
Arise, myself and my shadow!
Oh, it's kind of like the It makes me think of the cross in or the Bible in Symphony. Only instead of it being a timed thing, these just kind of disappear as you take damage. Alright, these are the equivalents to our relics from like Symphony. These skill shards. And this one in particular is super cool. First I want to have a shard that I'm actually going to use. Thrashing Tentacle. And these you just turn on and off. You want to keep this. I don't see why you would want to turn this one off, though. Because you can create, essentially, a loadout. And quick select it at any time. And the more, and like with any shard, the more of it you pick up, the stronger it gets. Although because this one isn't really power-based, it doesn't get stronger. But as you pick up more shortcut shards, you'll get more slots. So it's a cool, nifty little thing. And it's frankly a lot better handled than Order of Ecclesia had a shortcut kind of thing, where you could, I think actually all of the Castlevania games did it, where you could swap between two or so loadouts. But I feel like they weren't ever super useful, especially not in Order of Ecclesia. All right, this thing's mean. This thing's real mean. it hurts really bad, and it can curse you. And a curse in this game, in Symphony of the Night, and yeah, there it is. A curse in this game is really bad. Because it knocks down a lot of your health. Where was it? Damn it. Alright, potions. Holy water. Oh my god. I don't remember what's which way. The only problem being if I go this way, then I have to deal with the freaking thing again. I'm gonna have to deal with the thing anyway, I suppose. This is another area. I think actually it leads back into the entrance. That it does. Now, I don't want to fall down because that's all the way back into this area here. And then you gotta do a lot of walking back. But in here we'll find an HP max up, which I'm always grateful for, and another shortcut shard, so we have another loadout. Hold on. Damn you! There's nothing to break there. Oh, there's another Iron Maiden up there. Actually, you know what? Let's drop down here. Screw it. Fill out some more of the map. In hindsight, that was a bad idea. I shouldn't have done that. But what's done is done. Truth be told, I was kind of hoping I would find, like, items or something through there. But I should not have taken the risk. I have to go back through everything. Dead, so we'll try and get that crystal. Oh, I didn't never pick this up. Elm Bronze. Come on, man! Why you gotta do this to me? Actually, is there like a percentage of when they drop the thing in here? Demons. Drop. Oh, it doesn't tell you. Unless you get it. Alright. And it should be noted that so far, I think every enemy that we've run into, except for the basic Mortes, drop shards. And if that continues, then, my god, there are a lot of shards in this game. Like, a lot of them. Zangetsu doesn't drop one, because one, not a demon, and two, you didn't kill him, but... Alright, let's go through then. I'm so good at killing bats, guys. I did it again. I always forget that you have to go up and around on this one. Can't wait to get whatever the equivalent of whatever the double jump thing is supposed to be in this game. Damn it. Because I have yet to see an Egomania that doesn't have some kind of double jump in it. No need to mess around in here, really. Really love the death animation for that guy. A lot of the, I like that, you know, much like every other Egomania, and specifically Symphony, every enemy has their own unique death animation. Alright, well, since I know I don't have to kill these things. Hold up. I'm going to ignore them. Dreadful Rag, what is that for? Huh. Okay, where is that Dreadful Rag? A scrap of cloth once worn by a demon. I guess I use it for alchemy. And this is that frickin' chasm that Zangetsu just jumped over. Because he's awesome like that, I guess. Oh boy, we still got some moving to do. Oh, good, yes, he gave me that shard. No, I'm not gonna go down. The wide area having field to be claimed in the corner concerns me. What you mean? Like the minimap? Spiral sword. Probably should be more worried about taking damage from these guys, but there is a save room right here. Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that they want to tease you with, so you'll come back. I mean, you make sure to come back and explore later. Either because you go there like to an above screen to drop down to it, or you get a thing that you jump higher to get to it from below. I don't think so. But, you know, I'm a sucker for Michiru Yumane's music, so... Let's see, he gives you a thing. Yeah, dagger and rapier damage. Well, there's really just one thing I want to get to real quick, and then I think I'll probably call it quits, because we're getting in on 2.5 hours here, and I was not expecting to be going for this long. No, I'm just gonna ignore you. You're not worth it. I haven't gotten this shard before. Summon Buer. We're just gonna, when we get up there, we're gonna just completely ignore that nightmare. Because we have no need to go back there. For now, anyway. More dagger expertise. Sharp razor. What's in that chest? Oh, I can't get to it. Alright then. We can't go up there. This thing. This frickin' thing. I came across it. Just wandered in on low health and I went, oh god. But it looks a lot more dangerous than it is. Because it doesn't attack very fast. But it's an interesting creature. These enemies too. I haven't actually fought this guy before. I didn't fight this guy because I was rushing through this area on my main file because I was low on health and I needed I needed the thing. What the hell is that? That's a really good question. That was pretty much my reaction. Equipment. Let's see, is that better than? Only for intelligence. So nope. It didn't go up here. Excuse me?
Demon.
Wait! I'm a good killer barber!
I'm a good killer barber.
Butchers and cutthroats all say as much.
I'm not a cutthroat. I've never cut anyone. Well, I have, but these scissors, they've cursed.
Then why not cast them aside?
Cast them aside? If I could take them off, I wouldn't be cursed.
You make a good point. Weird killer barber who isn't killer.
The name's Tom.
Oh.
And the only way my curse
Oh.
will be lifted is if I
Okay,
borrow my
I
way
get the
through
joke now.
666 different
Alright.
hairstyles.
Well, why not just make the hairstyles up then?
Ah, there's a penalty for sloppy lopping. If I don't give my patrons good haircuts...
That is an odd curse. What the fuck? If I don't give them good haircuts, they die. And I have to do it 666 times. I agree. I don't know if it's the worst, but it might be the lamest curse ever.
Yes, quite literally, yes. Please, can you help me find information about hairstyles?
Yeah, he does kind of look like a Batman villain. If someone ever says, I'll cut you for free, run.
That is not an enticing offer.
No, not cut you, cut it. Wait, what are you even worried about? You look like you could rip me into 100 pieces.
I like when there's humor in a game like this. Castlevania has always had kind of like a...
Alright.
Castlevania always had kind of a weird, like, quirky-ish humor to it, and I'm glad that Bloodstained kind of continues that. Okay, let's sit down.
So, miss, shall I take a little off the top?
It's like Shinoa hair. I'll keep with that. Again, default is good. Changing the costume color, though, is something I am all in for. Look at these Alucard colors. I do kind of like this, though. What if we go like this? Yeah, I think that looks good. What if it's swapped, though? Nah, I think it looks better this way. Oh, and you can... okay. Green Miriam. I think we'll just keep default. Yeah, just default is good. Whoa! You can really just make her look completely evil if you wish. Again, default. All I really wanted to change was the outfit.
The look suits you fine. Well, you got over that hairstyle
Oh,
quickly.
you can just hit it again while you're sitting in the chair to immediately do a different one. Alright. Stop saying creepy things. Freaking me out, dude. Alright, well, I didn't know that was there. Cool. Nor did I know this was here. There. Oh! I could have really used this. Man. Make your soul from Soul Calibur 6 mode win. Oh, man. I would like to see them introduce, like, a full, big character creator into this. Like, added as a separate character that you can play as. I don't think they will, but it would be really cool. What is on this bookshelf? The guild has been abandoned by yet another patron. Today's world sees our work as meandering, fruitless mysticism, and whilst my superiors have tried scaring the aristocracy by insinuating their mockery of the intangible will bring demons to their gates, I doubt these tactics will suffice to avert the guild's demise. My superiors act with oh my god, alacrity? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't think I've ever seen that word. My superiors act with alacrity now. They have sent a missive demanding I focus my studies on the conjuring of demons. So they see my crystal as a waste of time. And this new task is not. The Liber Logaeth has been with the guild for generations. If they think I can squeeze a demon out of it now, their faith is sorely misplaced. Alright then. Oh. I don't know what that gained me. Probably it was an item that I just missed the pop-up for. I looked at the playback and it did. It gave me a ring. Equipment. God. Rose ring. Okay, that's cool, but it's a little worse than everything I have. Where's the chicken meat? Yeah, I wish the Egavania, like the Metroidvania style games, had kept the wall meat, but they didn't. I mean, I guess, well, kind of they did, because you would occasionally find them in the world, but it's not like an instant. What is that going to give me? Increases your intelligence. Alright, what do I have equipped right now? Still sword expertise. Let's try that. Let's heal, because that's going to go badly real quick. Hey, can I just want to bring up the probably most pointless thing I would like to see added to the game. In Symphony of the Night, you could change the, you could customize the color of the menu. And I guess this is a bit more of a complex menu, so maybe you wouldn't be able to do that, but I'd like to be able to do that, to change the colors of this. Because it looks nice, but that's a little, like, small thing Symphony did that I think would be cool. Also, I like that you can change the color of blood. What is this now? I'm getting shards left and right. Fire a beam in the designated direction that petrifies enemies. Jeez. Bloodbringer? Let's kill it. Oof. Magic that summons forth the familiar does not consume MP. Summon forth Bloodbringer to help you. Oh! It's like the sword familiar. Well, I guess it literally is a sword familiar. Heir apparent. See how doing a color swap on menu items would be difficult to game. I guess. I just think it's more that it's like it's a lot more than just like a single tone than as opposed to Symphony of the Night. Because Symphony was, I think it was easier probably for Symphony to do it because it literally, the menu was basically just a box with your stats and it was a blue gradient in the background. So it literally just had to do that. But this has a few more elements in it. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand game development, but that's just what it seems like to me. Let's see, where is a save point? I would greatly appreciate a save point. Is there a thing for... I guess you just have to upgrade it normally through shard stuff. Let's just pose. I wonder if this thing has any significance, or if it's just like that eyeball in the marble gallery in Symphony that just kind of follows you. Oh no, the sword familiar does level up. Is there a way to check what level it's at? What's in this? Rapid fire. Hold the command button. Oh, okay. It is for the gun. What is this way? Beyond possible doom. There's probably a save room below me. I'm gonna hit that because that looks like a boss door. Yeah, you can do it while you're running. I sort of figured, but I never really tried it. Yeah, save room. Alright, let's see if I can't figure out where it would tell me the level of the sword familiar. Maybe in personal data? Book checkouts, disassembly, population, item completion. No. Can't be in techniques, no, because surprise gift is the only one I've actually done. I guess, so it tells you, okay, it does tell you the level in there, but it doesn't tell you how far off it is. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go see what nightmarish boss fight awaits us next. And I guess this fight will be a good place to end it. A stained glass spider? Is that what this is? Craftwork. Is he gonna hurl that at me? Yep. Oh no. That's a lot of blood that just left on the floor from me. Why did I do that? It's a Fangire. Oh shit. Medieval is called. I could have avoided that. I didn't. I definitely could have avoided that too. Oh, and there's this whole thing up here. It does have a very goofy face. Show of hands. Is it gonna... yeah, it's gonna thing. What do we get from this? Manipulative shard. A magic that will have a continuous effect by consuming MP. Grab onto certain objects and manipulate them. Alright, cool. So I imagine... yeah, it does that automatically. Cool. But what is back here then? Is this progress? Nope. Which is good. I didn't want progress right now. Health, and what's in this? The unicorn ring. A ring that amplifies the restorative properties of items you use. Rad as hell. And it's slightly worse than a regular ring, so I'm going to keep it. Now I can sit on this. Will that do anything? Or is it just another, like, you can sit thing? Guess it's just another thing I can sit on. There's gonna be, like, some super cool process for all of these, but... or super cool use for all of those things, but I don't know what it is. Alright, what's back here? Crusader's armor. I've had this the entire time and I forgot to equip it. And now I don't need it. Armor emblazoned with a cross. It ups my defense by a whopping amount, so yes, please. The only thing that the Brigandine does better is my constitution and my mind, but honestly, I'll take the defense. Now what is this? Silver Knight. Summon forth the Silver Knight to help you. Huh. Okay. I think I'm going to keep the sword for a little bit. But that's cool. Come here. There's other stuff in this room, probably. Nope. Behold, I can fly. Alright, well, I think we'll head back to the save room. That's, I think, a good spot to end things. But I like how I had I had a decent amount of trouble with the first boss on my first try, mostly because I was an idiot, but, you know. And then Zangetsu, you know, still roundhouse kicked me square in the face, but that boss was pretty simple. I mean, I didn't get through it unscathed, but comparatively, it was a lot easier than the first two. But it remains fun. Alright, well, we're at about 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I think now is probably a good time to wrap up, especially since, you know, we just beat a boss. I don't know if I'll stream more of this at some point. I definitely do want to do more streams in general, but I don't know if I'll stream more of Bloodstained specifically. Who knows? Maybe I will, but this has been been fun. Not like a lot. It didn't have a lot of people, but I don't really mind personally. Still like people show up, and it's still been nice interacting with even the limited audience that we've had here. So, yep, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna probably, I don't know, play more on my main file at least, and then I'm gonna eat. So, yeah, thanks for coming by and watching me fumble my way through this game. Most of what I showed today that I've already played for almost 3 hours. If you stayed the entire time, what the hell is wrong with you? But for real, no. Thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoyed. That is going to do it. And I will see you guys next time.